My name's Leah, and I'm here with 5 top tips to get you started for your new year.
Top tip number 1. It's a new year. It's time to make sure that you've got those marketing events such as open days, etc., in your system. With the new year being upon us, I imagine we'll have some open days coming up. So let me just give you a quick reminder about how we use the marketing side of Admissions Manager. In Admissions Manager, if you go to the tab called Marketing, and in here, this is where we can manage our open days. On the blue and white menu on the right-hand side, under Admissions Visits, it says Manage Open Day. Click on that one and we'll create a new one. Add Quick Visit. Give it a name. We recommend, like the ones behind that you can see, that you're specific about giving it a date. Choose the category that it will come under, and you might want to add some notes. Pop the date in for when that open day is. Obviously, I'm doing this very last minute, and I'm sure you'll be much more organised than I am. You can then choose either all day, all work day, morning, afternoon, or evening, or select the specific times. I'm going to make specific times for this one because it's going to be all day, all school day. You can choose to publish this to the portal. I would suggest yes if you are using it, and then you can attach it to a form. For now, I'm going to leave it as no. Because it's an open day and it's a bigger event, I'm not going to tick mark all attended because I want to select that as they arrive. With the requiring feedback, you can choose whether you would like attendees to provide feedback, and that's completely up to you as a school. For now, I'll leave that as blank as well. Up in the top, I'll click Save Visit, and you can see that that has appeared in here. Tip number 2. What's an event without some attendees? Let's add some of the applicants for your school to these events. I'm going to find my applicants in the tab up at the top. And you can do a search using all of the filters that you'd like. So for instance, if you wanted to select just those who had accepted a place, you could do that. For now, I'm just going to press search and look for everybody. I'm going to filter my results by the admission status by clicking on it and clicking on it again so that I have the ones that were at the top here. You can go through and select all of the ones that you'd like to attend or you think that will be attending. And then in the top right, click on the pink drop down. In here, you can add them to an existing group. So add to previous event. Previous meaning it's been previously made, not previous as in past tense. So add to previous event. Select the previous visit, and this is where we'll select our open day, and press next step. Press next step, and you can see that these have been added. Save the contacts, and next step. And then you'll see that we've got all of the contacts listed here as well to double check. Next step, and finish. That means that we've now got an open day with some attendees that have already said that they will be coming. Top tip number 3. Now that you've got lots of your applicants saved in your open days, you'll be able to use the search filters to communicate with these applicants. This means saves you trawling through all the applicants to find the specific children that you'd like to email. In the Applicants tab, we can use the filters in here, the marketing search filters. So depending on what you want, we'll definitely select the open day that we were referring to, and then you can decide, do you want to have a search for the people that did attend or for the people that didn't? For this example, let's go for the 2 that didn't attend and press Execute Search. So these 2 people didn't attend, and we'd like to send them an email offering them another visit or perhaps a pack with all the information that the others received in it. So I'll select both of them for now and go to the pink drop-down. All the way at the bottom of the pink drop-down, we have our email wizard. We can email the contacts for the selected students, select both relation types, and you might want to filter by contact consent as well to make sure that you're only emailing those who are down for communication. Select yes for this one, and the wizard is complete. Now, if you have a template that you already have stored in your system ready to go about coming to the event, you can pop that in, or you can send your open day rebooking email. You could add an attachment should you wish with all the information that you gave the other parents. Make sure you preview the email and send that on their way. Top tip number 4. Before we know it, report season will be upon us. So once you've created your cycle and you've got your templates all sorted, it's worth getting the reminders ready and planned in so that the teachers know when everything is due. So let me give you a reminder how to set these reminders. In Reports Manager, in the Notice Board tab along the top, this is where we can create the notices. So if I click on Create Notice, there'll be a pop-up where I can fill in the details. Have the date for the notice and the archive date for when the notice will disappear, and show the notice in Reports Wizard or Assessment System. So this depends on what type of report you've set up. I'll go for the typical kind of end of term report. I'm going to put it as December, so it will disappear by then. The notice title is what you want for the teachers to see, so be specific about which reports you're talking about so that they will look at the right ones for the right dates and right reminders. The body of the text is what they'll see. So for instance, Year 7 to 9 reports are due by the 29th of November at 5 p.m. and then that gives the heads of year a week to proofread them by the 6th of December by 5 p.m. So separating these deadlines out like this makes for a smoother transition when you're doing your reports, and it also means that people can always know where they refer back to. See? As you can see, for the end user, the teacher, even without a cycle selected, we can see the report news, the notice board over here. This is why it's really important to make sure you're specifying which reports you're talking about for the due dates, if that's what the reminder's about. Top tip number 5, how to have a sneaky peek at how everyone's getting on with their reports. The deadline's approaching for the teachers for the report that we set up, so we want to just double check, just make sure that people are kind of on top of it and nobody needs a nudge. In Reports Manager, on the cycle that you're in, so let's go across from the primary one, we can see that there are 125 reports written in total. This looks promising, this is good. But it's actually this button here that is really helpful to see all the stats. So if I click on that, we can see what type of information you'll be able to nosy with. So you've got how many there are that have been written, so 122. 98% of them have been written, which is good. Form tutor reports, however, less good. You've got the subject statistics, so the breakdown by subject for what's been written, which is particularly useful in secondary schools. Moving down, then you can see who's written the most reports, so the top 10 of your staff, and who's the bottom 10. So you can see only 2 people have written it, which is why there are only 2 there, but you would see a top 10 and a bottom 10. And then obviously, if you're looking to make sure that people are looking after themselves as well, you can also see when people are writing super early in the morning or really late at night, if that's something that you wanted to see.